Hey, what's up, motherfuckers? It's 11:40 p.m. on a Friday night. How you feeling? We doing pretty good. I got me and Keegan here in the studios, just gonna do a podcast and just talk about what's on our mind. Keegan, you ever been fishing with friends?
Oh, hell yeah. You know, I'm redneck as fuck. I've been fishing many times. I caught me a big-ass 32-inch northern. That shit was amazing. Tasted so good when I cooked that son bitch.
Yeah, I was like, bro, me and my friend, there was one time, me and two friends, we went down to the spot we call the Peak, right?
Yeah.
It's just a little area split off from the Rock River.
Yeah.
And it splits off into a calm section. So you can use, like, bobbers, worms, whatever. Usually the stuff you can't really use in the Rock River because it's such fast current. But we usually go back there. It's a little calm spot, whatever. We go fishing back there for, like, 6 hours. A long time. And we probably pull up like maybe 6, 7 fish, decent amount of fish, and we'd be having fire going on a little I'd say like gravelly, sandy part of the island, I guess. And we'll sit there, have that fire going, whatever, and we make our food out of it. And there's one time we had our friend Carson come along with, and we were just sitting there, just fucking, fishing, doing normal stuff, and he sat there and thought it was a good idea to try and cook, like, canned, I don't know what it was. It was something canned. And he didn't open it.
Oh, no.
And so it compressed as he was cooking it in the fire. It wasn't really compressed. I don't know. It was like, it just had, when he opened it, he just got a face full of fucking stew juice or whatever it's called. He was having some like beef stew with like potatoes and carrots, and he cracked it open and it just straight all over his face, man. And he thought it was a good idea to use the the Rock River as like the water to clean off his face. Don't die on me now, Keegan. Come on, I still need you for the podcast. But
I got my water right here.
Yeah, but he thought it was a good idea to use the water out of the fucking Rock River to clean off his face. And you gotta think, that's like
fucking toxic shit.
Yeah, it's horrible water. It's not clean. It has dead people, dead water. It has dead people, dead fish, all types of stuff in it. It's not really healthy, nowhere near healthy.
No.
So he's washing his face off and all that, and he had a cut on his cheek. I forgot to say, he had a cut on his cheek, like kind of under his eye, like on the bone still.
Yeah.
But he used the water to wash off his face. He went home that night. He sent me a photo, and that cut went from being just red and bloody to being fucking green. It was so fucking infected, bro. It wasn't even funny. Like, it was nasty. Like, it was more greener than fucking marijuana, bro. Like, that shit was nasty. Like, it was a dark green, too. Like, it wasn't like a light green, like, oh, maybe it's a light infection. But it was just, like, a dark green. Like, it wasn't no light infection or something. He went into the hospital for, like, 3 days.
You said that, you told me one time that he popped pus out of it. Like, that's, disgusting.
Yeah, man. He kept it was pussing so bad, bro. He couldn't get it to stop, and the doctors just kept doing shit and, looking at it, and they were just kind of iffy. But
I'll be iffy too as a doctor. I'd be like, whoa, what's wrong with you?
Well, no, they were iffy on,
I hope
what
he's
to
okay,
give
though.
him. He is. He's all fine, but he was iffy on, they were iffy on what to give him.
Yeah.
So they just stuck with the basic, natural painkillers and the inflammatory or whatever it's called, to stop the puffing. Because his shit was so big, bro. Like, half his eye was just flared up. There was another time at fucking Lions Beach, man. Me and Zach were fishing in this back spot. Like, you know where the ice arena is?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, if you go to the back of the ice arena and you go up this hill, there's this little tiger swing, I guess, and then there's a gate. But there's this one opening in the middle of the gate. You just go through that and walk down the hill. There's a path, and you get really nice fishing spot. You get bluegills, bass, All type of fish. I mean, I've even had snapping turtles come fuck with my bait.
Have you got like the bluegill that can fit a beer bottle in their mouth? Like the big ones?
Oh no, I haven't got no big ones. I got like the small, tiny ones that you use as bait for bigger fish.
Oh yeah, those ones are good though.
Yeah. We sat there just trying to catch bluegills all day to use as bait, and then we didn't even catch like 3. We were out there for fucking like 6 hours, just in and out, just trying to catch one. And then Zach was actually pretty smart. Zach sat there. He threw on you know, the little like pre-bait or whatever that's already made, like factory made, and it comes in the package that you use for like catfish
like the
or
rubber stuff. Yeah.
It's kind of like rubber, but like you form it around your hook.
Yeah.
And he was using that, and they were just taking that left and right. And I mean, you can't argue with it. It was working, but I kept calling him a little bitch because he didn't want to use the $4 worms we bought.
The worms are great. Honestly,
it's a classic.
When I use the worms, I catch like big ass fucking bass. Like
yeah, you just got to know the right spot.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't really do too much when, like, you know, people just stick to this one spot because they're, oh, I caught fish out of here. This is where I'm gonna keep going.
Yo, I'm getting a boat soon, and I'm gonna say I'm putting a fish radar on that boat just because you know you can find the calm spot when you use your trolling motor.
Oh, I already got a fish radar. It's actually one of them portable ones, man. Like you walk around with it, throw it in the water. You got like 40, 50 feet of like wiring, and it's all like water protected. So you just throw it out there, and it reads out the fish, whatever. I used it. It's actually very accurate. I mean, I was walking around, what's that beach out in not that beach, Storrs Lake out in Milton.
Oh, I love that lake.
Yeah, I was walking around there. Went out
in Milton.
went out there on the dock and threw it out there, and it was just picking up fish left and right. And where it was, I would cast right next to it, reel it in, and all of a sudden I just have a fish on, and I'm fighting with a fish.
Damn. I gotta go there sometime again.
Yeah, we should both go there. You should take me away. Go fishing.
When I get a boat, yeah, we can definitely.
Oh yeah, especially a boat. I mean, even ice fishing, man, because you could actually walk out there because it gets pretty thick.
Oh yeah, I wish I had an ice shack. You know, I used to have this ice shack. Well, here's a funny story. You know, once on this crackhead ass fucking looked at this ice shack that I had set up. You know, I was trying to test it during the winter, and they thought it was stupid that I was trying to test it. So they fucking broke it into small pieces. And I'm like, you dumbass bitch. And she's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm like, really?
Man, crackheads are crazy, bro. I remember when me and my friends were little kids, bro, we would point and laugh at them. Be like, look at this dude. He's hunched over a fucking fire hydrant talking about some fucking bird up in the sky that's the size of the sun.
Oh, look at the bird, blue bird.
Like, I'm not even joking, bro. We used to come across crackheads left and right. Like, it wasn't even funny. Like, this place had so many. It was at this point it's a problem.
You know, I went down to Rockford actually. Speaking of Rockford, you know, I went down to Rockford and I was like, you know, bored, and I met some of the locals there, and I'm like, are these people on crack?
Fuck. Yeah.
Are these people on crack? Like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah, I was like, Rockford's a crazy place, man. You walk down the street, you get robbed. You walk down the street at night, you get shot up at. I mean, shit, I have half my fucking life was out there, bro. I was like, well, not even half my life, like quarter.
Yeah.
Not even really quarter, just my dad lives out there. And we would go out there, visit him, we'd see him here and there. Because, I mean, every other weekend was Father's Weekend, as we put it.
Yeah.
So, we'd go out there, see him, and, you know, hang with our dad, see how he's been. And we just sit there and talk with him, hang out with him, see how he's been. I mean, my brother would be on his tablet because, I mean, that's the way he was. He stuck to his electronic, he stayed personal. Me, on the other hand, I stayed with the people I know. I stuck with things I knew. I didn't like to go out really of my comfort zone. I mean, I'm always willing to try new stuff, but if I don't like it, I'm not going to stick with it. So, my dad would always, like, when it came to meeting new people, he would sit there and just be, like, kind of iffy with introducing me. He'd be like, hey, yeah, this is my son, Riley, blah, 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 blah. Just be careful with him, so, you know that. Or at least they know that I'm not too fond of meeting new people.
Right.
So, I was like, they were always calm with it. But, I was like, there's this one dude named Ronnie. he was really quick and ambitious, but me and him became really good friends in the long run. Me and him still talk to this day, too. He sat there. I can't remember what he gave me. He gave me some type of candy. I first met him. He was like, "Hey, little man," give me the piece of candy. I was like, "This motherfucker give me candy. I approve of him." So, I mean, ever since that day, I would go over to his house, and, I mean, I kind of would suspect a piece of candy or something, or, like, something. I mean, every time he would fulfill it, bro, he always had candy, he always had soda, sweets, something.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it was just always the best, time over there. It was always games and movies, comic books, just anything you can think of, I guess.
Yep. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoy this podcast, but we are going to go on the intermission, so we will come back after refreshed and all good, so it'll take about, a minute and a half. Hope you enjoy. Welcome back, everybody.
Yes, sir,
How you
yes, sir.
doing? Oh my God. Yep. Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed a little lo-fi music. We try to keep the crowd entertained.
Just
whatever.
Calm vibe. We don't like to. I mean,
we're stoners. We're chill.
we don't like to get out of pocket. It's all about peace, calm, and just keeping everything mellow. But for the moment, my friend, he's gonna be doing his business somewhere else in another room while I talk to you guys. But I remember one time that me and my friends, we went to this park in my local town called Janesville, Wisconsin, and we kind of like ran around. I want to say ran around, but we had our bikes. We would ride around on the trails out there, and they had pretty big trails. But there was one time, it was me, my friend Carson, and my friend Tyler, I'll say. But we were just riding around the trails, whatever, having fun. And there was this one trail we came across where it was a dive, and it went straight into another dive, and then it went straight, and then it went into a right sharp turn. And I mean, me being me, I'm sitting there, oh yeah, I can definitely do this, I can easily conquer this, get through it, sit there and be like, oh yeah, you get to the end and be like, oh yeah, you guys had no chance, I'm so good at this, oh ha ha ha. I get down the first hill, I realize how fast I'm going, I'm like, oh fuck. Get down the second hill, and now I'm going twice as fast as I was originally going.
You're a super speeder on a bike, like
literally. Yep, my friend's back.
What's up?
So, but basically, as I was saying, me and my friends were out at Peace Park riding the trails, me and my friend and Tyler.